Now from the longtime home of the Angels, baseball from it's Game 3 of the National League Championship Series between the Chicago Cubs and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Two of the best bats in the business go at it next on the show. Stepping in, number 8. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Second baseman, number 8.
And a swing and a miss as Game 3 begins with a first pitch strike, 0-1. Heading out towards shallow right. Calhoun has a read on it. Makes the play, 1 away. Here's Ben Zobrist now.
Left fielder, Ben Zobrist.
First pitch on its way. Line to the right side. And that'll be a base hit for Zobrist. Striding in, Chris Bryant. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
In a double play situation, that's the location you want a guy to swing at. More than likely, he's going to beat it into the ground.
Swing and a miss, and he's in control, 0-2.
Now that's when you know it's a good pitch. That's a swinging curveball that's down. And a superstar player like him not catching up to it, you got to pump your chest right there and feel good about your hit.
In the dirt, but swung on and missed. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch. At the plate, Anthony Rizzo. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. Popped high in the air. Balbuena is there for it. And the inning is over. Here's Ben Revere. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
And leading off for the Halo, left fielder.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. And the pitch. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. 0-2, here it comes. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, 1 gone. Cole Calhoun will stand in now. A swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit out towards second. Reined in. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Digging in, Mike Trout. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. To third. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. At the plate, Wilson Contreras. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Number 40, Wilson Contreras.
Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. 0-1 count. Here it comes. A fastball that just misses inside. And now a pitch on the way. Bat explodes as this has popped up. And no one can get there. It's a foul ball. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you could do with that slider breaking down unless you can catch it way out front and hook it down the line. You see a lot of swinging misses on those.
Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second. In now, Kyle Schwarber, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. This is pulled into right, but he'll barely have to move out there in right as he hauls this one in for the second out. Here's Addison Russell. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Calhoun has a read on it, makes the catch, and that'll settling in. He'll lead it off against Jake Arrieta.
Designated hitter.
Hit to third. Bryant's got it. And a rather easy first out. Here's Luis Valbuena now.
Second baseman, Luis Valbuena.
Into the windup and the pitch. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
Now, that's not fair. You're supposed to be throwing sinkers, and he throws a high fastball right there.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no-doubt home run. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. Here comes the first pitch. And a whiff at a good slider.
0-1's the count.
That time. The windup and the 0-1. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
Well, a pitcher can tell you a lot early in the game. With this veteran pitcher out here, fastball in. To me, it looks like he's going to try to take that inside half and say, that is mine.
Now here's the pitch. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And that sinking fastball didn't sink. It stayed high. Here comes the payoff pitch. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. Stepping up to the plate, number 21. He readies for his first plate appearance. And this is fouled back and out of play. Arrieta gets the sign. Here it is on 0-1. Now a swinging bunt. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Stepping up now, George Springer. He'll stand in to open things up here in the third.
George Springer.
Swing and a miss, 0-1.
Matt, it looks like he was sitting there getting ready to jump on the first pitch fastball, and they pulled the string on him and threw him a changeup and just got him out front. Now, I don't know.
Meanwhile, now this is hit well down that right field line, and gone for a home run. Standing in, Jason Hayward. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Way off balance hack that time. Good for the first strike.
Well, that's not a good pitch for him to hit. Look, this fella's got so much power, but you got to bring the pitch into the zone. Chasing that one there, right there, I'd go back and throw it to him again. He couldn't quite catch up to that one. He needs to get his foot down and see the fastball out of his hand.
And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Digging in for his second at-bat, number 8. 0 for 1 here in the early going. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. Grounded down the third baseline. Backhanded. On to first, and a good stretch over there is going to get him by a step for the second out. Digging in to try it again, Ben Zobrist. A base hit in his first trip. There's the circle change, and a dandy that time as he jumps ahead with strike 1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Skied into very shallow right. Calhoun has a read on it, and that's the third out. In now is Andrelton Simmons. He'll go to work trying to do something about breaking this 1-1 tie. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Fly ball out toward left center field. Springer on the run. He can't get there as it falls in. Now at the plate, Yunel Escobar.
Third baseman, Yunel Escobar.
Here's a sinker that stays up. 1 ball, no strikes. And a fastball runs in a bit too close for comfort that time.
Well, this isn't how he wanted to start the inning. A leadoff single, and then you almost hit the next hitter. composure. Got to try to get that ball over the plate and maybe get a ground ball.
On to Rizzo, and it's a double play.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ben Revere. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Line towards center field. And that'll be a base hit for Revere. And with 2 out, that means Cole Calhoun moves from the on-deck circle into the batter's box next.
The right fielder number
Ready for
56.
another chance? Cole Calhoun. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Zobrist is under it, and he makes the catch for out number. Here's Chris Bryant now. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Third baseman, Chris Bryant.
This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Back goes Calhoun. Gone to lead off the inning. Riding in once again, Anthony Rizzo comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Swing and a liner. But this will be gloved out there at second as he didn't have far to go for the out. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. Swing and a little blooper to center. Trout coming on, but he won't get there. It falls in. Into the box, Kyle Schwarber. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Here's the first pitch to him. Way out in front.
I like the fact that they're swinging early in the count, and they're really aggressive right now early in this game. But there will come a time you got to be patient.
Meanwhile now, this is a drive out the straightaway right field, and it's going to get out of here. A home run. Here's Addison Russell.
Batting, shortstop, Addison Russell.
Hit on the ground out to short. Throw on to first, 2 gone. Digging in, George Springer. And he's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around. There's a swing and a missile sent out to center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Mike Trout.
Weak chopper up the line. But that one rolls foul.
Man, I tell you what, I love how he's pitching right now. He has continued to pound that first pitch for strikes. When you do that, you set yourself up for great success.
Here's Trout waiting on the 1-1. And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss. I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Rizzo has room in foul territory. 1 down. Stepping into the box, C.J. Cron. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
That's a ball.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Springer racing back at the track. Oh, and this deflects right off him. And he'll reach second now with 1 away. Now batting, Luis Valbuena. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one. And this is going to be a foul ball. 0-1, here's the pitch. The knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it.
Well, that's 2 strikes at the knees, and now you find yourself 0-2. I tell you, he's throwing the ball so well, you got to set your sights down low and look for any pitch down.
Hey, I know you have to protect the strike zone when you get the count to 2 strikes, but on an 0-2 pitch that misses by that much, it's pretty easy for a hitter not to swing it that way.
Throw to first will take care of him. Score it 2-3 on the putout, and there are 2 gone now. Stephen Piscotty will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
Tough spot to hit here as a hitter. You have a base open, so...
Oh, and meanwhile, this pitch rides too far in and winds up hitting him. Stepping in, number 21. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Look out. 2-0 now. From the stretch. Lifted in the air out towards left center. On the move is Springer. And the inning is over. Here's Jason Hayward now. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Andrew Heaney.
Jason Hayward. Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Angels, number 28.
On the ground up the middle. Simmons to his left. He's there. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now batting.
Digging in once again, number 8. 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. Chopped foul over towards the dugout. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. Number 21 is after it, and the throw is made to record the 2nd out of the inning.
Up next for the Cubs.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Drilled to the right side. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single. Here's Chris Bryant now. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. First delivery to him on the way. Just a tick behind for a strike.
Well, that looked like a hittable pitch, Matt, in a hittable location to a good hitter. You just don't see him miss many pitches like that.
And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2. Oh, and he gets a hold of this one as it's in the air to deep left. Does he have another one? He does. It's another home run. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. First pitch fastball swung on and missed 0-1.
That was a first pitch fastball. He just blew it right by him. You talk about an overpowering fastball working today. He's got a good one going.
And he's in front of a tight little slider that time. Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a. In now is Andrelton Simmons. He'll lead things off as we begin the home 5th.
The shortstop.
And this one's chopped foul right at home plate.
Simmons.
The windup and the 0-1. A swing and a miss at the big curveball. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. 0-2 pitch is a sinker that misses, but he's still in command, 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit in the air to left. Zobrist is there. 1 out. Coming to the plate now, Yunel Escobar comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. And this is fouled at the plate. Grounded back up the middle. In time to first, and there are 2 away. Ready for another shot now. Ben Revere. A hit in 2 tries so far. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
Here we are in the middle innings, Matt, and he's over 80% first pitch strikes on hitters. You wonder why he's dominating right now. That's a great ratio, getting ahead and getting them out.
A swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the. Digging in and looking for more, Wilson Contreras. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Kyle Schwarber comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. No contact on the sinker there, and he's behind 0-1. And he's got to be more disciplined here. It's 0-2. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Bottom dropped out on him, and that's a strikeout. Number 21 recovers, but he can't get it there in time. Schwarber is aboard after the strikeout. Digging in to try it again, Addison Russell. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Way behind that pitch. It's 0-1.
Well, that is a good pitch. A sinker down with that kind of movement, it is really hard to hit. No wonder he swung and missed.
And this will find the seats behind the first base dugout. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Simmons dives. What a stop. Wow. Throw to first, not in time, so they'll settle for 1 out. Here's George Springer. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. First offering on its way. A changeup that catches the corner for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Calhoun is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Cole Calhoun will stand in now. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
Cole Calhoun.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more of a pitch to contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working so far, and the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And this is fouled back and out of play. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
A center fielder.
Ready for another
Number
chance?
27.
Mike Trout. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Into the windup and the pitch. And that's cut on and missed. 0-1.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now. And the 0-2 pitch. Now here's a swing and a high pop-up drifting into shallow right field. Number 8 backs up and takes care of it. 2 away. Here's C.J. Cron now. He doubled earlier in the game. 1 for 2 to this point. Arrieta gets the sign. First pitch on the way. And this is going to be fouled into the diamond level seats. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Now the big overhand curveball makes him swing and miss.
Thought this middle of the order might give him a fight and put up a little bit of resistance, but.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jason Hayward. 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Jason Hayward.
And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. The windup and the 0-1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Trout has a read on it. He's got it one away. Digging in once again, number 8. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1.
Well, he swung right through that on that changeup. The changeup is a tough pitch to swing at for the first pitch because you haven't measured his velocity yet. So you don't know what you're going to see coming your direction.
On to first, and it's a quick start to the 7th as now there are 2 away.
Left fielder.
Ready for another
Ben
shot now.
Zobrist.
Ben Zobrist. He's 2 for 3 thus far. Here's a high foul ball as it finds a lucky fan in the upper deck for a souvenir.
He's done a nice job of getting those 2 quick outs before the 2 hitters coming to the plate right now because he knows what's sitting down there down the order. So you stay aggressive against those little guys, try to get them out the way.
Fly ball out to straightaway right. Calhoun has a read on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over.
Time for the traditional.
Here's Luis Valbuena now. He'll try and get something started in the home half of the 7th.
Second baseman.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Therefore, it is Springer, and he's got it for the first out. Digging in now, Stephen Piscotty. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss.
Matt, this is getting a little ridiculous. That strike right there puts him at 90% of.
Swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. Striding in once again, number 21. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. And the first pitch is chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Chopped at the plate. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Misses. Ball 2. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
Looked to me like he tried to do way too much on that 2-2 pitch. You don't have to come into the zone on that count, but a pitch that far outside isn't going to tempt anyone to swing.
Now a swing and a miss. Maybe even a foul tip, but it's held onto behind the plate for out number 2.
Number 3, shortstop.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Espinosa.
Fouled back. Down the first baseline. Oh, look at the sliding stop. And give it up on a phenomenal play to digging in. Chris Bryant. He comes in 2 for 3 with a couple of home runs thus far on his line.
Bryant
takes this the other way to right, and that'll get down for a base hit. So he goes after the first pitch, and it's early trouble here this half of the inning. And he is into second with a double, his 3rd hit of the night. At the plate, Anthony Rizzo. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
They've done a real nice job keeping this guy into wraps in this one. No hits for him so far, and what stands out to me is they're going right after him. They're not pitching him like they're afraid he's going to do any damage.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Way in front of a great slider that time.
He chased on that pitch right there, 1-1. He's probably going to try to get him to do it again right here on 1-2.
And this is swung on and missed, and boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away. Striding in, Wilson Contreras. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Calhoun has a read on it. And he makes the catch for the 2nd out. Ready once again, Kyle Schwarber. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Here comes the first pitch. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Can't say he's tickling around the zone. Those last 2 pitches were pretty much grooved right down the middle, but it didn't bite him.
And this is going to be a foul ball. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Here's the 1-2. A swinging bunt to the mound. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So digging in now, Yunel Escobar. He'll get things started now in the bottom of inning number 8.
Yunel Escobar.
And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. The windup and the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there. You're down 0-2. You're in protect mode. You want to chase that ball. Nice layoff.
This one's down to third. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other, one away.
The left fielder, number 25.
Here's Ben Revere. He was a ground out victim last time up. Here's a first pitch chopped foul right at home plate, and that's the first strike. Now a ball hit hard toward first, but good hands over there at first, and that becomes out number 2.
Right fielder number 56.
Cole Calhoun will stand in now. They're quickly down to their final 4 outs here tonight. Tried to golf at it, but he missed strike 1.
When your team is behind this late in the game, it's not a good look for you as a hitter to show no discipline and wave at a pitch that wasn't even sniffing the zone.
Arrieta's got his target. Here's the 0-2. Here's a ball for Rizzo over at first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Digging in, Addison Russell. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9.
Addison
hit hard towards center, and call that a nice clean base hit, his first of the game. With that, the Cubs get their leadoff man aboard. Here's George Springer. Hit the ball pretty well, and now we see a right-hander up and throwing in the Angel bullpen. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit sharply toward the right side. Calhoun is there, and he'll bring this one in. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Here's Jason Hayward now. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once. Swing, and he missed that time. It's 0-1. The 0-1 delivery. And this is fouled back and out of play. Runner at first here, 1 man out. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Calhoun going back on it to the track. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. So stepping in, number 8. 0 for 4 with a strikeout thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1.
Oh, that's one he's going to want back right there. A fastball right in your wheelhouse, and you foul it.
Escobar has it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Standing in, Mike Trout. He'll be the one to get us going here in the bottom of inning number 9. Hit on the ground to short. And on one pitch, he's retired. Stepping in, C.J. Cron. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And not the greatest of starts to the at-bat as he reaches for one out of zone for strike 1.
Oh, what a good slider down the way. And I'm telling you, late in the game to throw that pitch with that type of precision, man, your manager feels good about the decision of leaving him in. Oh, man, I think he thought he was going to get another breaking ball right there. He's a little bit late on that fastball. That's a nice pitch, though, calling that breaking pitch to keep him off balance with the heater.
Springer is there, and there are 2 men gone now. Here's Luis Valbuena now. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike. And he misses with it. 1-1. Hit hard up the middle. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit. Some two-out success, and that means Stephen Piscotty will bat this inning. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. Comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. And here's a ball hit in the air. Rizzo in foul ground makes the catch, and that's the ball game. And there's no better time of year to come up.